Fit Like Abdi, Danny Boy here, and welcome back to another episode of 2 Point Hospital. The last episode, the grand finale. Hopefully we'll get to 3 stars, or we will, because I've got a plan. I managed to get to 2 stars. Anyone who watched the last episode, would have seen that I was verging on the edge of bankruptcy. It was very close. Now it's 300,000. The game declares you as bankrupt, the game is over and you lose. I think the most I got to was like 296,000 in debt, and I had to take some drastic measures to get myself out of that debt, but we're good now, and I managed to continue on and get through to 2 stars. So here we are. I'm sure we are in agreement that my sterling leadership is to thank for you overcoming some of your questionable qualities. But where exactly is my acclaim, my long overdue notoriety, my fancy letter? I implore you to reflect on this injustice in place of any penciled in jubilatory shenanigans. Continue aiding the counties. Yes, right, let's push pause. Now, for 3 stars we need 10 million, should be okay. Cure 1,000 patients. We're at 100% cure rates, amazing. Right, but what I did, right, let's have a look. I deleted the marketing, the coffee, the training rooms, the toilets over here to get some money back. Fired some more people, trained up the researchers to get money faster. Now, we've still got the same amount of GPs. I have started retraining them. But the key to success would seem to be if I go into push pause, and then you go into characters, patients, and then click on diagnosis. So, diagnosis, right, they're the undiagnosed ones. There we are, right, they've all got chest infection, lazy bones. So these people have all been diagnosed. Some of them have been cured. If you continue down, so they're all good. We have these people. They're all queuing at GPs, but they've basically got probably about 100% or 99 or 98% diagnosis, which is enough to send each of them to their respective. Not that guy. That guy needs a full 100%. It looks like he's actually got 100, so he's probably just in the GPs or leaving, exiting one of the doors, or he's in there right now. Is that him there? No, it's a turtle head dude. Right. So we send these away. These this frees up queues, or at least minimizes some of the queue. Now I keep forgetting. Right, this guy is at 100%, so he'll be going to his treatment next. So if we get some of these people put through, it makes the queues smaller, and it allows me time to train up some of the other GPs. So you're good, you're good, you're good, you are good. This person, let's just get you through. So even the unhappy people, you can sort of speed them along. Now you're in the ward, or you were heading to the ward for some diagnosis. You don't need it. You still need a bit more. You can go. Again, this frees up the queue in like DNA lab and psychiatry. We're getting plenty of money coming in. The prices are still at 100%. Which is rather extortionate, but it's only a game. This person rage quitted. That's fine. Right, you and you. Not you. Or you. Or, yeah, you can go. Alright, down here. I think it was this x-ray person. So you can see, diagnosis is starting to wear a little thin, so we can't really send anyone else. And then we hit the super speed button and we're good. Now this person is in. They're probably gonna die. Now a lot of these unhappy people are treated. This guy's still got a lot of health. In he goes. Where was that person that just came out of there? Don't know, he probably died. But that's okay. Right, we're up to 1 million. Staff resignation. So, that is basically it. You just keep doing that. That gets rid of some of the queues. As you can see, these don't have numbers on them. But we need to train up GPs and other people as well. So if we go to the doctors, some of the GPs have been done. Quite a few of them actually. I want to get the rest done. So let's train up General Practice 3. We will pay for it, so we're not taking any GPs away. Let's start that training. And then we go into staff. Nurses. And we basically do the ones that are going to be good for sort of cure rate. I've started upgrading some of the machines. All the diagnosis machines have been upgraded here. So this is to... that's almost just been made to level 2. That's level 3. That's level 3. This is going to be level 3. So that makes diagnosis go faster. And that's really all it is. I'm not actually going to do that. We did not do so well. I had a chest infection going on. Now I've got 2 sets of surgeons, although one is always on a break and one is always there. Or if we're really unfortunate, both of them are on a break, which kind of sucks. Now I could hunt them down. So doctors, you are in surgery. The other one is where? There, he's on a break. On call. Now, he's pretty good. Let's promote him. And then let's get him back into surgery. Now, there is another nurse that's supposed to help him. Let's go to jobs. Right, let's click on you. Randy and Hester. Return to work. Let's pick you up. So he was on a break. Let's get you in there. And let's see if we can treat this last person who's probably going to die. I think he's at 0. No, he's still at 4. So if you could go in there, buddy. Now he, for some reason, wants to go into there. Now, he can go in here once these 2 are ready. Now she's changed to that one. That person was untreated, but they did pay. I'm not really that bothered about money. We're back on the promotions as well. I sort of stopped promotion for a while. This guy's rage quitting, that's okay. But it's going to take a long time for me to cure 1,000 patients. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plod along with the game here. And then, just as we're coming to the end, I'll come back and we'll see the moment just before hitting 3 stars. Now, reputation I'm not that worried about. Marketing is gone. But for some reason, even though prices are at 100%, I can still manage to maintain this 98. I think it's just a case of getting people cured and put through quicker seems to be the reason. Now there was like a chaos moment where I sent maybe about 70 people home. 70 people who were all just standing around here. And then that freed up some space to do some other stuff. Now once these other GPs come out, we shall be fine. But I'm gonna not end it there, but we're gonna come back just to when we're at 3 stars. So here we are, welcome back. Now I've been playing this for a while, about almost 3 hours. Got a bank balance of almost 5 million. We've got the hospital value up to 11.5 million. We've cured 1,000 patients. That took quite a long time. The longest time for anything was this. The hospital value. That took forever. Basically just waiting for money to arrive. Now I've just paused the game. I've noticed this random person. Further diagnosis. Well, willing to wait 240 seconds. Okay. That is very strange. But we're at 85%. If we cure one more person, we'll get the last star. If not, we'll be playing on for a while. So let's push play. Right, waiting for a love heart to appear. Where was that weirdo? You, 240 seconds. Strange. Right, there's 2 people been cured. We're still at 17%. Let's make sure this person doesn't get upset and leave. Ah, right, they're already cured. That's nice. This person is rage quitting. There we go. So one of the biggest issues I've had trying to get to the 90% is that people aren't dying. They're getting upset from waiting a long time and rage quitting. Now this person's gonna die, so I'm gonna set them to go into the queue next. Still at 75%. I've been lingering around this 85-75% mark. There it goes again. Get this person in, please. There's a seismic event coming. Oh man, it's so difficult to get the 90. Now, what I've been doing periodically is going into here and going into patients. Now I've got it set for happiness. When their happiness is low, they're about to leave. All these people are fine. They are currently going to be seen. You two are slightly weird, but we're gonna... Can't send you. Further diagnosis required. Now I've got weird stuff here, like people who are going to see GPs who've already got 100% diagnosis. Don't ask me why. I don't know if you've been fully diagnosed, would you go back maybe for a second opinion? But it really does annihilate you in this game. It's truly terrible. It's been the bane of my existence for quite some time. Now diagnosis, let's go happiness. And let's go to the start. Right, so they are all diagnosed. This is what I was looking for. And we're trying to find people who are upset, and we're trying to get them off to their... See, we're curing a lot of people. They may be upset, but they are cured. Like, this person is running out of patience, so let's send them away. Let's send you away. Possibly you. See, this guy's got 100%, but I can't send him for treatment. Why? I have absolutely not the slightest clue. But it's a weird thing. Now, these people will rage quit, and that will bring cure rate down significantly. So if you get too many of them, you're pretty screwed. Now this person needs to go to the injection room. They're next in the queue. Oh, we did it. But yeah, you have people like that who are next in the queue, but they're off playing the arcade machine or buying food or going to the toilet or something dumb. But anyway, we've done it. Congratulations, your hospital has been awarded a 3-star rating by the 2 Point Health Ministry. The news media have begun to deliberate concernedly about overpopulation. Surely there is no greater compliment to a hospital administrator. Your name shall reverberate through the halls of the Ministry of Generations, interrupting our all too brief silences and reminding us of the country's true potential. Maybe at some point I'll commit it to memory. Right. So there we have it. The final hospital has been 3-starred. Now getting this hospital at 3 stars was very difficult. I don't know if it was the most challenging hospital, it definitely was up there. It was definitely top 3. I added some more training rooms in here. If we go to this staff, you can see that most of my doctors are fully trained. Some of them are still lingering. These people just didn't get enough patients in order to rank up. But it's okay. Most of the nurses are quite highly trained as well. Some of them even fully trained. So there you have it. It was basically a sort of waiting game. Just sort of doing the grind and getting everything. Keep an eye on, it was getting the GPs under control was one of the hardest things by far. GP queues. Going into the patients, finding people who are about to rage quit and sort of trying to get them to their respective treatments before actually doing so. But I had a lot of fun. 2 Point Hospital was a game I never even intended to play. I saw the trailer for it, I thought that looked fun. I watched a couple of people do a couple of videos. Basically on the first hospital, it reminded me of Theme Hospital, a game I played a lot when I was younger, and probably most of you out there have played it as well. But yeah, it reminded me of that. The humour is great, some of the treatments are completely bizarre and hilarious, but it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of death as well. It's part and part of the game. Now, most of the hospitals I just sort of played through. Pretty much every hospital, I would say. I just played through to get 3 stars. Didn't really do them up. Like, this area is looking okay. It's got like arcade machines and vending machines, and people can go and get food and stuff, and that's fine. Also this side, and then it gets to a point where you're sort of short on money. You're desperately trying to get other treatments in and get cure rate up, etc, etc. So you sort of neglect, like, all these people down here are very cold. Yep, extremely cold in these buildings. So that was something strange. What's that? It's just something, it was just me being lazy. I was actually thinking about going back and doing up every hospital. I may do. I get a lot of time when I'm away offshore or working abroad. I have my laptop, and maybe something I may do is just sort of make every hospital sort of decent. And if I do that, I'll do a video on it. Maybe just do like 5 hospitals, showcase them 5 at a time. There are a lot of hospitals that would take quite a fair amount of time, and personally for me, this would probably be the last video for 2 Point Hospital. Now, if another, never say never, if another DLC drops, because the DLCs have actually been a lot of fun. Alien, the Close Encounters one was by far my favourite. That was a lot of fun, trying to find the aliens and stuff. The Chasm 24, the Camouflage Canyon, and all that. It was really cool. The maps are beautifully designed as well, so it was a lot of fun. The receptionist on the radio with their quirky remarks, the letters from the administrator, some of them were quite humorous as well. So Sega have done well, and 2 Point, is it 2 Point Studios? I can't remember. But yep, it's a great game. If a DLC drops, I will play it. I will show it on the channel. Again, I'm going to move the save game and that for this onto a hard drive. So if I do need to come back to it, I most certainly will. It should be saved on the Steam cloud anyway. But yeah, 2 Point Hospital. It was a lot of fun. It was a series I didn't, as I said earlier, I didn't plan to play. It lasted nearly 100 episodes. So that's pretty good. A great game. Many hours to play through this. If anyone's thinking of getting it, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. It can be slightly stressful at times, but if you're not really bothered about people dying and stuff like that, then it's fine. There is a sandbox mode, etc. So, yeah, 2 Point Hospital. I'm sad to see it go, but with one game disappearing, there shall be a new game taking its place, and I will announce that at some point. Well, it's probably going to come out in the next 2 days. I'll do a premiere for it. I'm still sort of kind of deciding which game I want to play. I'm also still building the Transport Fever USA map. But there you have it, 2 Point Hospital, the final episode. So, Croquembouche, 3 stars. There we go. Now, in the career, there were a few things. Get 3 stars in Croquembouche. Train a staff member in Surgery 5. I probably could have done that on this level if I just play it on. Now, this gets us Kudosh, and I've basically bought everything that Kudosh can sort of give us. So I cured 24,000 patients altogether. That's pretty cool. So, Croquembouche, done and dusted. The other ones were Pelican Wharf, that was one of the last ones. The Rotting Hill, that one was quite difficult if I remember correctly. The Duckworth upon Bilge, this one's Meltdowns, Smogley. Over here to the coast. Now it looks like there might be room for expansion over here. Well, we've got Grockle Bay. We did Blighton. Sweaty Palms was another one. Over here, these are some of the earlier ones. Hogsport. Lower Bullocks. Flotterine. There were ones over here. These were the cold ones. Tumble, Mitten University. I remember this one. Flemington. Mitten University was every single person was untrained, which is actually just the way I like it. I think that's them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Is it 15? 15 hospitals. All together, and it was lots of fun. I really did have fun playing them all. Then there was the DLCs, the sort of the Yeti or Abominable Snowman, or I can't remember what it was. Was it the Yeti DLC? Can't remember, but this was a lot of fun as well. Underlook Hotel was fairly easy, and there were some cool treatments in there. The one with the dog, that was kind of cool. We had Swellbard, and we had this one where we had Rockfort Castle. We had like the Godzilla and robots coming in and smashing up like a made up sort of movie set. That was pretty cool. Some of the new illnesses that the DLC presented were pretty fun, so that was good. Their DLCs have been pretty good. Peverly Reef. Overgrowth. Overgrowth was one I thought was very strange. It was a lot of fun. It's where you were building in the jungles. There were no walls or buildings. You just built rooms out in the jungle. That was kind of cool. The Topless Mountain was the first one that brought waves. Waves of sick people into the hospital. And I know at first it seemed daunting. Like, oh my god, we're going to fail this so much. I actually managed to get through every wave. No issue. Over here we had Gold Pan. Gold Pan was pretty good. Over here at Camouflage Falls, I thought it was Camouflage Canyon. It's Camouflage Falls. This was a lot of fun as well. This had some things, it was like tasks, and it had waves. I did actually feel some of the waves here. The Toad in the Hall treatment was extremely difficult. There was ones where you had to treat like 25 at a time, and the treatment was just so slow. So I did fail that task a few times. And Cosm 24 was a lot of fun. The sort of force field generators at the side that prevent disasters and things, keeping check on them was like a priority. It became tedious and annoying, but if you didn't do it, the whole hospital would just be destroyed. I had one incident after, I think it was the first or second episode in Cosm 24, where I had a lightning storm, volcano, earthquake, tornado, frogs. I let all the generators sort of die at once, not on purpose, just by accident, and it destroyed every machine I had, bar one sort of cardiology machine. So I lost a lot of money. It took me literally 6 or 7 hours to claw back and gain some money and get all the treatments upgraded, machines upgraded, and get back to a point where I was able to reach 2 stars. So I almost went bankrupt in this one. I also almost went bankrupt here in Croquembouche, the final hospital. I managed to claw it back from the brink. So it was a lot of fun. Again, the hospitals offer you lots of space. There's not one hospital where I used every single plot. Some of them I didn't even buy. Most of them I did buy on every sort of level to see exactly what it offered you. But it was cool. Lots of space, lots of room for you to add things. You should not be running out of space, really. If you're running out of space and everything is going horribly wrong, then you've done something wrong. But there it is. The final episode of 2 Point Hospital. Again, never say never. If a DLC drops, I will do some episodes on it. I will cover it if and when. I've not seen anything from the developers to say that there's another DLC. Most games just do about 3, and there have been 3 released for 2 Point Hospital. They were a lot of fun, money well spent, so I'm happy, yes. I'm sad that the game is ending. I am sort of happy that I can move on to something new. But there it is, 2 Point Hospital. It's been a lot of fun. So that's been it from me. I've been Danny Boy. This has been 2 Point Hospital, the final episode. And I will catch you later.